This is about as dressed up as I'm gonna get for you guys. Just keep that in mind. You know, Halloween ghost types floating around. Gotta wear my scrappy shirt to be safe. You know how it goes. Anyways, what's up, guys? Welcome to Monday's upload. We have ourselves a little Halloween thing going on. I'm a little disappointed that I didn't do like a genuine Halloween special, but I am participating in a Halloween tournament. I did happen to save one of the matches from my round 2 because round 1 was kind of garbage, but it was pretty fun. It has an interesting theme behind it, and we'll go ahead and play that back right now. All right. Now, looking at it, there are a couple rules to this tournament that you're only allowed to use Ghost, Dark, Psychic, Fighting, and Poison types, and there is a special Possession clause that allows the use of any Rotom form. So I'm kind of using the whole Roserade Drapion thing because I think Toxic Spikes will work out. So we'll just go ahead and jump right into it, you know. I don't know why I didn't think of this. This is brilliant! So, he's going to go ahead and lead off with Spiritomb. I'm actually going to go ahead and lead off with Drapion, you know, just to get the Toxic Spikes going and such. I'm not really fearing anything Spiritomb does. If I get Will-O-Wisp, I really don't care. So, he decides to go out into Crawdon for some strange reason. I mean, I know it's cool to bring along and stuff, and, you know, it does fit the theme of Dark types, but it's not really spooky. I mean, like a scorpion thing, a dark scorpion, you can consider that kind of creepy. This is just a crayfish with a bad crunch, but he sets up. He shouldn't really do too much setting up since I already got the Toxic Spikes out. I'm just going to Whirlwind out, you know, try to shuffle around, get some Poison and maybe some Venoshock things going. So, in comes Dusclops. I can't really Venoshock this thing. I will appreciate the Poison to some extent, but in reality, I'd much rather have the Toxic on it. So, kind of a misplay on my behalf. But then again, I had no idea of knowing whether or not I was going to Whirlwind into this. I just wanted something. Now, I am fearing the Will-O-Wisp right now, so I go into Houndoom, and Houndoom works in this tournament. A lot. So I switch out, because I know Dusclops is not really going to want to do anything aside from Earthquake or Seismic Toss. That's not really going to work out for him at all. So I decide to Pursuit on the switch as he switches out to his Terrakion. I was actually a little bit scared of this thing, but thinking about it, if it's choiced, I have a Dusclops that can handle it just fine. So he's going to be taking regular poison damage, which in conjunction with Curse is actually going to take out a lot of health very quick. So I'm really glad I brought this Dusclops with me. I'm going to go ahead and, you know, switch in on the close combat. It's a little obvious. He probably is not really in a spot to overpredict. I'm really not either, you know. Since he has Terrakion and Latios, I'm going to need to play a little bit carefully. But he goes back out into his Crawdon as I decide to set up a substitute. I'm still not that scared of Crawdon because I've seen Swords Dance as opposed to Dragon Dance, meaning that I can outspeed it with a fair number of things. And since I'm behind a sub, you know, I can get Pain Split, I can do Curse, I can do whatever I want pretty much. So, as he sets up his Swords Dance, I think I just go for the Curse here, and then since I have a sub up, I will just Pain Split on the next turn, get some health back. And it seems kind of fitting, you know, to be doing Curse in a Halloween tournament. Why not? Because Ghost, Curse, spooky shit and all that, you know, I'm trying to play true to my theme here. And he's got a Crawfish, which is like, okay, do whatever you want. So, he's going to go for the Crab Hammer here. I'm guessing, now I don't really understand why he went for it. I kind of thought about it afterwards. And he was probably suspecting the switch into Houndoom to take the Crunch, since that might have been a little obvious. Or maybe he didn't have Crunch. I don't really know. I don't really understand. But, thing is that I do still keep my sub, and then he's taking like, an 1/8, and then a 4th. Hold on, that is like 3/8. You know, minus lefties. He's taking a lot of damage. I think that's like 5/16 of his health. Like, I don't know, I could be wrong, mental math fails me right now. He's taking a lot from after turn effects. So, I think he might have broken my sub, and then I went for another sub. I was mistaken as to what happened, but I knew I was pretty safe in that I could go for a Pain Split immediately after. And Dusclops is actually doing some work. So, he goes into a Spiritomb now. I don't really know what Spiritomb's going to do to me, to be honest. I mean, if it tries to Sucker Punch, you know, good for you. I'm going to get a free Pain Split any way I cut it. So, I see Calm Mind. I'm thinking the reason he's setting up right now is he's probably going to be that Rest Sleep Talk variant, you know, mono attacking. It'd be pretty decent in this tournament, but the thing is that he's not really using it properly, because he does set up first without, you know, taking out my sub. And the thing is that you shouldn't really be trying to set up when there's Poison and there's Curse afoot. I don't know. Just, I can Curse on the rest if he does have it, but I see Calm Mind and I see Dark Pulse. I'm like, okay, I Pain Split it, I got some health back. You know, we're good to go, we're good to go. So, I'm going to go for the Curse here after that, and I know that's going to do a pretty good amount. It'll also coax him into the rest in case he has it. If he doesn't, which I'm still kind of paranoid about, like I said, I'm still suspecting that he's Calm Minding Rest Talk with one attack. But I do have something that quad resists the Dark Pulse and resists, his other form of stab if he were to go for it. I don't predict him to have the Will-O-Wisp, and if he does have it, I most certainly don't predict him to go for it. So switching into Scrafty right now is, going to be a pretty safe play. After +1, it's not even going to do that much, if at all. That's nothing, if you ask me. So, I'm completely spacing out this light. This light is really, really bright. I don't know why I chose this flashlight in particular, but Poison's doing a considerable amount to him, and Curse ends up taking him out. So I'm looking in a good spot. I'm actually kind of glad that I only had the one layer of Toxic Spike set up. So he goes into his Breloom, which is probably the only thing that might give me a minor degree of trouble. I'm still kind of scared of Latios as well, but what he doesn't know is that I actually do have some priority on this team, and if I didn't have it, I would be a little bit scared. I'd probably be bringing something else. It's kind of a rough slap-together team, but it's been working really well in the first 2 rounds. So I bring in Dusclops as he goes for the Protect, which I've never seen on a Breloom before. It makes sense if you want to get the Toxic Orb going, but in reality, you can just run Sporing, it's no big deal. I go for the Nightshade because I kind of expect to die here or just be sleep fodder. But the thing is he switches out to Terrakion, takes 100 damage because set damage and level and whatnot. And I think he's choiced, or I know he's choiced because he switched out from earlier. I just got a text, I'm not going to check it right now. But he's taking some poison damage, all that, and because I know he's choiced, he's going to be locked into Stone Edge. He misses, even if he got a crit, that wouldn't have mattered too much. But I go for the Ice Punch here on the off chance that he wants to switch in his Latios or his Breloom. I'm thinking the Latios, just to try to resist the Drain Punch. And I knew it would have taken it out from that range regardless, and if it didn't poison damage, it would have helped out as well. So just kind of a rhyme behind my reason for that move. Anyway, in comes Latios. I'm at full health, and I'm like, alright. If he's going to be Specs or anything like that, just let him have at me. And he goes for Dragon Pulse. I'm like, okay, it's not a Draco. I can take it. But he crits me, and all of a sudden I go from comfortable to extremely concerned because I don't know if a Sucker Punch from Houndoom will KO. But the thing is I don't think he knows I have the Sucker Punch. So I go for it, and I think this Houndoom's EVs are set precisely so a Sucker Punch will KO a Latios. I don't think this has full attack. I'm pretty sure it's mixed, but I think the amount it has is just enough to deal that, do the job for that. So, in comes Dusclops. It's at a meh range of health. I don't think Pursuit's going to take it out because I am running Dual Stab, and he could go for the Pain Split, so I might as well just go for the Fire Blast, end up taking him out from there. So Houndoom, from the past uploads, not really doing so good, but right now, doing great. Provided I don't miss this Fire Blast, Houndoom really pulled its weight in this one. So, I hit the Fire Blast, which is nice. I don't really think I had anything else for Breloom either. So, 15% chance to lose the game, right on the spot, since a lot of his team did concern me. But, that's going to be the game. I think leaves me with a pretty reasonable victory, but I still had Rotom and whatnot, so I wasn't really too concerned with it. But that's going to be the game, guys. If you enjoyed it, you're welcome to like, comment, subscribe, do your thing. Sorry I didn't really have much of a proper Halloween special planned other than this, but, that'll do. So, I'm trying to think about what else to say here. I can't really think of anything else to say. You guys have a safe Halloween. If you're going to go do trick-or-treating or any parties like that, just stay safe. There's some crazy things going on out there and such. I'm thinking about starting a new LP because Boktai is tanking and, just because the season's right. Penumbra was on sale on Steam for $5, so any of you guys familiar with that series, I will probably be starting that. And those of you that have been sticking around my channel for a while, of Amnesia. It's the previous, it's the game that was made previously by the same company. So, it's a good game. It's a good scary game. If you guys want to see me get scared, get hyped for that. I'll probably try to release the first episode sometime this week. And that's really all I have on my agenda for today. So you guys have a happy Halloween, and I will see you tomorrow.